All right, welcome back. Once again, my name's Mike Mason. He's Raleigh Lit. Hope you're having a great day, great evening. One down, one to go. Last one was exciting. Think we can duplicate that this time?
This is March Madness at its best, baby. Yeah, this is going to be another. This is going to be another great matchup, and very similar to that first matchup. You know, contrasting styles of play. Fergus Falls plays a lot like Durham. They like everybody to touch it. They like to make their opposition work defensively. They got a big guy. They like to get it down on the post. DGF not scared to run it up and down the floor. This should be another great game.
Fergus Falls warming up on the DGF, not on the court at the moment. They're still talking things over in the locker room. They're getting ready for that one. If you just tuning in, you missed the last game, man. It was a good one. It's available for an on-demand replay, probably in about 15-20 minutes from now. 66-63 was the final. A game that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 ties and lead changes in the game. It was insane, and Nathan Will with a big slam dunk at the end of the first half, which really got East Grand Forks back into that game, but they fell a little bit short at the end with a couple of turnovers, and win goes to Perham, 28-0 going into the state, or not the state championship, but the section championship tomorrow night.
Yeah, so congratulations to Dave Crescent and the Yellow Jackets. They'll be playing in their fifth section championship game in a row. Remember, it was just a couple of years ago they finished the regular season unbeaten. That year they were beaten in the section championship. Now another undefeated season. Also, congratulations to the East Grand Forks Green Wave. Again, that may have been the best team that they've had in decades up there in East Grand Forks, and they had a heck of a season, and really a fantastic comeback. Again, you just don't see it all that often when Perham has a 17-point lead. A lot of times Perham just puts their foot on your throat and buries you. They weren't able to do that to the Green Wave. Green Wave, they hung in there all the way to the end.
Definitely. The Green Wave end their season 26 wins and 3 losses. We want to thank our sponsors for this game, including Frontiers Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls, Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls, OSPTI in Fergus Falls, and Giant Sunflower Seeds, a proud supporter of Section 8 AA basketball. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, it's the opening tip here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nelson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nelson Auto Center, driven by you.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
All right, welcome back. Mike Mason alongside Raleigh Lit. Starting lineups, Fergus Falls on your screen now. The Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton Rebels on your screen now as well. Fergus Falls will be the home team. Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton will be the road team here on today's broadcast. I want to thank everybody who watched that first game. Once again, Mike Mason alongside Raleigh Lit. Brian Doucette is our PA announcer. He'll have the starting lineup, so we'll turn it over to him right now.
Alternating for the Rebels at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 2, Drew Colwell. For the Lockers at guard, 5'11" senior, number 11, Parker Jacobs. For the Rebels at guard, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Ian Nicholson. For the Lockers at guard, a 6'4" junior, number 23, Dominic Nicholson. For the Rebels at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 11, Aiden Leach. For the Otters at forward, a 6'3" senior, number 4, Cody Burke. For the Rebels at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 12,
a little hot. There we go. Now that's not so bad. Your starters once again for the Fergus Falls Otters, 24-4, and coached by head coach Matt Johnson. Number 0, Chance Fazio. Number 2, Cody Norgren. Number 11, Parker Jacobs. Number 22, Ethan Olson. And number 23, Dominic Aguilar for the Otters. For the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels, 22-6. Head coach Mike Clark. Your starters are Drew Colwell, number 2. Ian Mickelson, number 3. Number 10 and number 11, Owen and Aiden Leach. And number 12, Jacob Strand. And that will conclude our pregame show, and we're underway here in the first half of play. 3 on the way and in.
Well, not a bad start for the Otters. 5 seconds in, they bury a 3. Ethan Olson, his dad, Steve, played football here at Concordia College, so a great start for the Otters. This will be an interesting one. How are they going to match up with Fazio? He's 6'11", he is a dude, he is a big dude. The big guy for the Rebels, just a freshman, so that will be an interesting matchup. You're going to have to see there. I'm sure DGF is going to play quite a bit of zone tonight.
Seen DGF once this year on the Magnitude Sports Media Network earlier in the regular season against the Barnesville Trojans. A game that DGF won here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. That one in and out, rebound by Ethan Olson. Back the other way come the Otters with a 3-0 lead 1 minute into the ball game. They'll work it down to the baseline, now into the near corner. Norgren with a 3, got it.
2 wide open threes for Fergus to open the game, and a lot of that has to do with the big guy inside. They want to keep the ball from going inside. It's opened up the perimeter for the Otters, and they buried their first couple of threes here, and it's an early 6-0 lead. Very similar to the way that first game started. Perham got off to the quick start.
Aiden Leach will get it to Jacob Strand. Strand with the basketball, pushes into the corner, now down low there for Aiden Leach. Leach turns around, near post, needs some help, skips it to the top of the key, now over to Owen Leach. Owen Leach, the younger brother of Aiden. Owen, a freshman, Aiden, a senior this year for the Rebels.
Yeah, and Aiden is the scorer. He's going to have to step up. He's scored 1,000 points in his career. He's going to have a big game tonight if DGF is going to win this one.
Thought about the 3, now driving baseline is Leach, and foul's coming there on the big man. That's Chance Fazio picking up the personal foul. Oh, check that. They're going to give it to Parker Jacobs. He was in there with Fazio. So DGF on the board.
Drew Colwell, one of 3 seniors in the starting lineup for DGF. They got to give a shout out to Bob Torgrimson, former coach at DGF. Coached the Rebels from 2000 to 2007. He's watching us online down in Florida. Coach, hope you're enjoying the game.
Well, have a drink on the beach for me there, Coach. 6-2, Rebels on the board with 2 free throws there from the senior Drew Colwell. Now the Otters have it here at the top of the key into the hands of Dominic Aguilar, and that 3's on the way in.
3 for 3 from the 3-point stripe for the Otters. The game couldn't have started any better for Fergus Falls.
Leach to Leach around in between the rings. Now they work it over a far side there for, check that, it was Strand to Leach, now Owen Leach, and that 3's up and in. Jacob Strand got the 3.
And a big answer at the other end.
Into the corner, he'll try for another 3. Yes,
Good.
4 for 4. Oh. Norgreen with his second triple, and that's the only points the Otters have gotten are from behind the 3-point arc here in this game, if you're just tuning in.
4 for 4 from behind the arc to start the game.
We'll see when they miss their first one. Record for most 3s by a single team on the Magnitude Sports Media Network is 14. That was set by Fargo Davies Eagles earlier this year on the North Dakota side. Check that, 15. And they just need 11 more to tie that record.
Well, I thought that was going to be a tough matchup. Fazio inside. He hasn't touched the ball yet at the offensive end.
With the basketball now is Owen Leach, the freshman. Works it. Oh, check that. Now Owen Leach has it. They'll work it inside there for Colwell, and that one's stolen away. Turnover, DGF. Coming out the other way is Aguilar, 1 for 1 with 3 points from behind the 3-point arc. Here's your first chance at Maybe they're 100% from outside the three-point arc and 0% from inside the three-point arc here tonight for the Fergus Falls Otters, and yet they have a 12-5 lead. At the free throw line is Colwell. He'll put it up, and that one rattles off the rim and save out of bounds into the hands of Aguilar. Aguilar will bring it up over the timeline, flip it into number, can't see, I think that was Rinky. Check that, it was Parker Jacobs, 11, not 12. Now 3 on the way from Aguilar, 5 for 5!
Yeah, and again, the three-point looks are good three-point looks. I mean, no hand in their face, and again, they're got that zone defense really collapsing inside, keeping the ball away from Fazio, but it's really opening up the perimeter. So Fazio hasn't done much offensively, but what he has done is kept that defense from guarding the perimeter.
Aguilar will try again. You betcha! Fergus Falls is rolling right now in a timeout, DGF.
DGF is going to have to make some adjustments defensively.
We'll come back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nilson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nilson Auto Center, driven by you.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews. Giants Snacks, a proud sponsor of Section 8 AA basketball. Giants, go big or go home.
All right, sorry about the late return there. 3's off the mark. Drew Colwell comes back the other way. Aguilar with 3 3-pointers, and he's 0 for 2 from inside the three-point arc. 3 for 3 from outside of it.
Yeah, we'll see what type of adjustments Mike Clark made in that timeout. They're going to have to do something defensively because Fergus is getting too good of looks from the three-point stripe, and yeah, they have not missed from behind the arc yet. Have they? They haven't missed
yet,
have
they? Have not. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 6.
Yeah, all their points from behind the stripe here in the first 6 minutes.
18-5, just over 12 and a half to go. With the basketball, there's Parker Jacobs. Jacobs now for Aguilar, back over to Jacobs. Rebel fans chanting defense here, trying to cheer their team back into this game.
Yeah, 2-1-2 zone defense now. Look at it. Fazio wants the ball inside. We'll see they'll place him inside out now. Fergus very patient offensively on this trip.
Aguilar tees it up for 3, and that one's in. My goodness.
What a great offensive possession there.
He has 4 threes. The team has 7. 21-5, just under 12 to go. And the Rebels are in trouble, but then again, we did see something like this in the last game, and EGF came back. Now here's an upland look, and that one's up and in. Aiden Leach with the triple, and that calms things down for a moment or two until this 3, if it goes in and out. That's their first miss from three-point land.
Boy, and that one was halfway down.
There's a chance for DGF to trim the lead a little bit here off a finally missed basket by Fergus Falls. Rebels could really, really use a basket here on this possession to get within 11.
Yeah, the bad news for DGF is they're down double digits. The good news is it's still very early. We still have 11 minutes to play here in the first half, so plenty of time for them to chip away.
I'll say this right now, the record for most three-pointers by one single player is 12 on the Magnitude Sports Media Network in a boys basketball game, and Dominic Aguilar is 1/3 of the way there. And we have 11 minutes to go in the first half yet.
Yeah, and Aguilar, just a junior. We're seeing a lot of really good underclassmen.
Yeah, definitely.
In this tournament.
Nice feed underneath there to Jacob Strand for the bucket.
So, as bad as it is, I mean, Fergus, 7 of 8 from the three-point stripe, 11-point deficit. That's, and again, still plenty of time here for DGF to just chip away.
And a three from up top. Aguilar off the back iron, won't go. Fazio with the rebound, out of bounds. He'll stay with Fergus Falls. Stops the clock with 10:18 to go here in the first half of play.
Yeah, and it's very important for DGF to keep Fergus Falls off the offensive glass. And I know that's easier said than done when you got a 6'11" dude in there the size of Fazio.
Aguilar will work it back near side here for Fazio. Fazio gets his defender to commit to the air and then makes a move, and a couple passes later, short two there from number 2, Nordgreen, won't go in. Quickly back the other way in transition here. Rebels get it over the timeline. Now they slow it down and set up the play.
Yeah, nice job there by the Otters getting back defensively, not giving the Rebels a chance in transition.
And that three's up and in from the corner there for Owen Leach.
And just like that, single-digit game.
Rebels are right back in this one, trailing by 8. 9:38 and counting to go. That is Brock. I forgot to ask how to pronounce his name there. So, Raleigh, I'll let you give a shot at that. Otherwise, we'll wait till halftime.
Potshaver.
Potshaver. Okay, got it.
The rebound basket again. You got to keep the Otters off the offensive glass. Big size advantage to Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls was a team that was dominant in Class 3A. This is their first year in 2A. Probably will just be a 2-year deal for Fergus in the at the AA level. But they won the Central Lakes Conference in Class 3A. That's how good this Fergus team is. Second highest QRF in Class 2A, playing mostly a 3A schedule.
3 on the way. That one's at the front of the mark. Fazio didn't really have to jump to grab that one. He's already tall enough. And that'll be a double dribble or a carry. Yep, carry, and that'll stop the clock with 8:34 to go here, and it's a 10-point lead, 23-13.
Not too many people have left. You still see a lot of Perm fans here.
Yep.
Going to stick around, do a little scouting, see who they'll be playing on Friday night in the section championship.
Wide open look at a three. It rattles in and out. That one looked good coming out of his hands, too. It just didn't drop. Remains a 10-point lead, a little over 8 minutes to go. Aguilar will work it up top there for, I believe that's Kotshaver. Aguilar for a three. Number 5 is up and in.
Got to get out and defend. Again, just too good of look.
5 threes for Dominic Aguilar. And that three is strong. Rebound goes into Kotshaver. He'll bring it up and over the timeline here with 7:45 to go, and a reach-in foul coming here on DGF. That'll be the first foul of the game for the Rebels. So Aguilar will get the inbounds pass, work it back to the near wing here for Kotshaver. Back to Aguilar. He'll fire it over far side there for Abel Aho, I believe is how you say that one, his name there. And if I'm missaying it, I apologize. Aguilar loose ball, kick it out, 3 on the way. Kotshaver in, got it. Kotshavar is how Brian Doucette, our PA announcer, is saying it, so that's how we are going to say it. Kotshavar.
A big answer there. The Rebels had trimmed it to 8, back up to 16. That was a much-needed basket here as we are now under 7 minutes to play here in the first half.
Aiden Leach with that basket there. Aho works up top for Aguilar. Now corner, driving baseline. Up and in, it's Kotshavar. There we go, got it. Thank you, Brian Doucette. Appreciate that. Brian Doucette, a good personal friend of mine, doing the PA announcer in here at Concordia College for the girls and the boys 8AA tournament. Free from the corner out the front of the rim, rattles off. Rebound there for the Otters, and they'll bring it back quickly. High on the near side, slows it down, gets it to Aguilar. Aguilar back to Kotshavar for three. No, off the rim, won't go, and a whistle stops the clock with 6:12 to go. 31-15, Otters lead, 1 foul per team.
Size that Fergus Falls has really causing DGF some problems. See Ethan Olson goes 6'6", the offensive board there. Now you bring Fazio in, he's 6'11", so you've got a 6'6" guy and a 6'11" dude on the floor. And they get it into Fazio. Not much you can do about that. You know, he's 6'11" with that type of reach. Very difficult to keep the ball from going into the lane there.
So Aguilar will trigger the baseline inbounds pass from the far side of the hoop. Into the near corner, catch and shoot three on the way and in!
And again, that's what that size does. When you collapse, try to defend the lane like that, it opens up the three-point shooters. Fergus Falls is really taking advantage.
Parker Jacobs with that triple, just under 6 minutes to go. DGF in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, it's really danger time right now. And again, if DGF's going to get back in, it's going to have to be that guy, Aiden Leach, that's going to have to lead them back. 19 already, and again, you want to chip it down as close to 10 as they can, and that's not going to help. Is that the first basket for Fazio, isn't it?
Yep, sure is. 2 points and a 36-15. Took almost 13 minutes for him to get a basket in this ball game.
Yeah, not too many touches either. He has not even touched the ball much here.
There's another turnover for DGF. That spells trouble, especially if they get another basket here on this possession. Down to Fazio, and a block and a foul. Fazio's going to go to the line to shoot too, and Aiden Leach not in agreement with that call with the official there.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was a foul, and then after the reaction of Aiden Leach, I definitely don't think that was a foul. And that is frustrating when you're down 21.
Yeah.
To make a clean block and get called for a foul. I know how frustrating that can be.
Fazio makes the first free throw of the game for the Otters. And if he makes this one, both teams will be 2 for 2 from the line. And he will not be the case. And an immediate whistle will take 2 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, just the second team foul on the Otters, and the DGF's going to call another timeout. I think Mike Clark understands that the next 5 minutes really important. They need to make a push here at the end of the first half to give themselves a chance in the second half.
5:07 to go, 37-15. Back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
What's...
All right, welcome back. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. DGF trailing, looking to cut that deficit. Up top is Strand. Strand gets the ball back from Leach. Strand, they're going to call a foul here on Fergus Falls. They'll work it inside there for Leach. Leach dribbles back. Strand open for a three. Got it! That's his second three of the night. 37-18. Working up top now into the hands of Ethan Olson. Olson down low for Fazio. Got it.
Otters caught a break there off the hands of Fazio, but it hit the backboard, fell right back into his hands, and he gets an easy one. But that's what happens when you hit the three-pointers. You have to go out there and defend, and opens up some opportunities in the inside for the Otters.
Leach got blocked there by Ethan Olson. Turnover. Otters bring it back the other way.
Yeah, tough in there. the score in that type of traffic. Fazio 6'11" and Olsen at 6'6". Now another basket for Fazio. Didn't touch the ball much in the first 8 or 9 minutes, but plenty of touches here the last few possessions.
Fazio 1 for 2 from the free throw line in the game so far. 41-18. It's all Otters here with a little over 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, the Otters on pace to score 100. Already 41 points, now 42, and we still have over 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Fazio completes the three-point opportunity as we crack the egg on the 4-minute mark here. As Colwell with the basketball works it inside. And off the baseline, the jumper from Mickelson's up and in. That's his first basket of the game for the junior for the Rebels.
You know, the Rebels have shot the ball all right.
Yep.
You know, just that the Otters have been in fuego from the three-point stripe, a miss there. Just a few misses here in the first half for the Otters, but another good look from the three-point stripe.
Colwell with the basketball right now, surveying inside, nobody home, works it into the corner. Now they get it inside, nearly losing the ball. There was Owen Leach. Owen Leach will get it back, out of bounds, should go to the Otters, and it does.
Yeah, just so difficult. Really good defense in there. Fazio doing a nice job keeping the hands off. Generally, if you get the chest into them a little bit, they're not gonna call it. Doing a good job keeping the hands off and hands straight up, and it's just so difficult to score on a guy like that. Not just the length, but he's a brute.
Yeah, right.
He's thick too. Yeah, you kind of sense if DGF's going to get back in this, they're going to have to force some turnovers, get some easy baskets in transition. Very difficult to score on Fergus Falls in a half-court set.
With the basketball is Aguilar. Now work it over to Olsen, down low to Fazio, kick it out. Quickly around the horn, some quick passing there. And a nice look down low that is Cordy Norgreen. And now Fazio on the rebound gets the bucket.
Boy, really frustrating if you're a DGF fan. You do a nice job, you work hard defensively, force a miss, and then Fazio just able to go over the top there of Leach.
And Leach with a deep three. No, missed it all. And falling out of bounds, getting it to Fazio was Cody Norgreen. And now the Otters will bring it back here with about 2:20 and counting to go. Worked it down low through the fingertips of Cody Norgreen out of bounds, and a rare turnover for Fergus Falls.
Yeah, that looked like your fastball, Mike. That thing had some zip on it.
I didn't know you've seen me pitch before. But I'll take credit for that fastball, for making it look like my fastball. Last time I played baseball was in my senior year of high school. So. Just over 2 minutes to go. Work the ball into the hands there of Owen Leach. Now across to Mickelson. Now Strand inside. Leach off the back iron. Battling for that rebound, and a foul's coming, I think, on DGF, but we'll find out here.
That'll be on Leach, and that'll be his second.
That is actually the 7th team foul on DGF. Or no, it's the 6th, excuse me.
Yeah, but Fazio again altering that shot. Yeah, 6'11" guy that size can be very disruptive, and it's been very obvious here in the first half.
As Norgreen works it back to Aguilar now. Aguilar being harassed by Mickelson. I checked that. That is Kobe Schreiber into the lineup, number 15. That three's up and in.
Yeah, that's beautiful basketball. Inside out, working the ball inside to the blocks. Defense collapses, kicks out to the open three-point shooter, and it really looks nice when the three-point shooter is able to make it.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Otters have been making most of their threes here in the first half.
Strand with the basketball. Needs a little bit of assistance here as he's been lost it out of bounds. He eventually got it to Colwell, and it's back to the Rebels now with 52.5 seconds to go here in the first half. 27-point lead for Fergus Falls. Running clock will go into effect, I believe, in the final 8 or 9 minutes of the second half if Fergus Falls obtains a 35-point or higher lead. And right now, they're right on the border of that, leading by 27. Near side Aguilar works it inside for Fazio. Got it up and in.
Yeah, Fergus really just putting on a clinic right now. You know, DGF started the game really packing that defense in. Fergus knocked down the threes. Now they're extending that defense a little bit, and now they're able to just work the ball down low to Fazio. It's just been a clinic at the offensive end here in the first half for the Otters.
Strand with the basketball here. Crowd trying to trick him into shooting earlier, as there's actually about 4 seconds remaining on the clock there when the crowd hit 0. And now back the other way. Fergus Falls at the buzzer. Rolls off the top of the backboard.
Sense that one was going to go in. Yeah, the way things have went for Fergus Falls.
All right, it's halftime here at Concordia College on our second of 2 semifinal games. My name's Mike Mason, Raleigh Lip on the other microphone. We'll take a timeout, add up some numbers, thank our sponsors, including OSPTI out of Fergus Falls, Nelson Auto Center, and Frontier Marine and Power Sports, along with Giant Seeds, Sunflower Seeds, a proud supporter of 8AA basketball. We're back here in a couple moments with your halftime numbers here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nelson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nelson Auto Center, driven by you.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
OSPTI in Fergus Falls is the therapy clinic of choice, with a specialized staff working together as a team to offer the best treatment options possible. There's no reason to live with aches and pains that affect daily activities. If prior treatments of any kind have not worked, call OSPTI and set up an evaluation to find the right route of treatment for you. OSPTI, a proud supporter of high school athletics, 322 North Tower Road, Fergus Falls. Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews. Giants Snacks, a proud sponsor of Section 8 AA basketball. Giants, go big or go home.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Get a great deal on a new luxury vehicle at Nelson Auto Center. Right now, save $13,000 on a 2019 Lincoln Navigator, or save $11,000 on a stylish 2019 Lincoln Continental. Take advantage of big savings now at Nelson Auto Center.
All right, welcome back. Mike Mesa alongside Raleigh Lip. Raleigh, first half, your thoughts on the first half for both teams, and what DGF needs to do to get back into this in the second half. What kind of adjustments will they need to make?
Well, they need Fergus to cool down a little bit from the three-point stripe. They were really something from the three-point stripe. Fergus is just a really tough matchup. I mean, again, this is a school that won a 3A conference, second highest QRF in the state. just a really tough matchup. DGF came out, they wanted to protect the inside, keep the ball out of Fazio's hands, but what it did is it opened it up for the perimeter players, and the perimeter players knocked down the threes. And there was a number of different guys, you know. They've got a number of different shooters. DGF made the adjustment, then Fergus started pounding the ball down low to Fazio. So you take one thing away from Fergus, it opens up the other. And Fergus just really, again, like I mentioned in the first half, they really put on a clinic. Really a difficult team to match up with.
Yeah, I mean, and that reflects here too. Aguilar had 5 3-pointers, and he leads right now with 15. But would you believe it if I told you that Fazio is the second leading scorer right now with 12?
Yeah, and he hardly had any touches in the first 9-10 minutes of that first half. And again, that was DGF taking him away.
Yep.
But all those threes opened up things for Fazio, and he really took advantage of it.
Yeah, it took just shy of 8 minutes for Fazio to score his first basket. Then he went on and scored 10 more points right after that. That kind of closed down the three-point shooting a little bit, but they still snuck a couple threes in there, and as a result, they're up 49-20 here at halftime. We already mentioned a couple of the scores for Fergus Falls. Leading the way is Dominic Aguilar with 15, Jens Fazio with 12, and then other scorers include Brock Tachivar, I believe is how you say it, 8 points. Cody Nordgreen with 6, Parker Jacobs with 3, and Ethan Olson with 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 three-pointers in that first half for Fergus Falls. That's amazing.
Yeah.
They need 4 more to tie the record for the most three-pointers by a team on any Magnitude Sports media network broadcast. I think we might have that record broken here, but we'll see how DGF comes out in the second half. They're led right now by Jacob Strand, who has 8 points, and 5 for Aiden Leach, 3 for Owen Leach, and 2 apiece for Ian Mickelson and Drew Caldwell. Well, we have about 4 minutes before the start of the second half. Final thoughts on first half and your first thoughts on the second half before we take our break and come back.
Yeah, and I think if you're Coach Mike Clark for DGF, you're just telling your players, don't hang your heads, go out there and work hard. Just since this one has pretty much been decided, but DGF is not going to give up. They're going to come out. They're going to come out and scrap, and I'm sure Coach Clark can just tell them to go out and have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
All right, well, we'll take a timeout, and we'll thank our sponsors one more time, including Frontier Marine and Power Sport in Fergus Falls, along with Nelson Auto Center, OSPTI out of Fergus Falls, and the Giant Sunflower Seeds as the Otters come out of the locker room. They'll enter your screen here in just a moment. I want to thank everybody who's watching right now. 49-20 at halftime. Back after this with the second half.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nelson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nelson Auto Center, driven by you.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
OSPTI in Fergus Falls is the therapy clinic of choice, with a specialized staff working together as a team to offer the best treatment options possible. There's no reason to live with aches and pains that affect daily activities. If prior treatments of any kind have not worked, call OSPTI and set up an evaluation to find the right route of treatment for you. OSPTI, a proud supporter of high school athletics, 322 North Tower Road, Fergus Falls. Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews. Giants Snacks, a proud sponsor of Section 8 AA basketball. Giants, go big or go home.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Get a great deal on a new luxury vehicle at Nelson Auto Center. Right now, save $13,000 on a 2019 Lincoln Navigator, or save $11,000 on a stylish 2019 Lincoln Continental. Take advantage of big savings now at Nelson Auto Center.
All right, welcome back. Second half is just about to get underway here. We're about 20 seconds away from the buzzer, and well, a hot start for Fergus Falls, and we'll see how DGF comes out, and if they have an answer to take care of both Fazio down low and the three-pointers outside, they're going to have to do both, and that's not an easy job. But if they can get that job done, get a few shots down at the other end, they'll be right back in this one. It could be an interesting ending, but they're going to have to do the hard work to get to that interesting ending.
Well, you know, they're
first.
not, like I said, Mike Clark, he's been around for a while. The kids have always worked hard for him. They're not going to give up. They're going to play hard, you know, to the final buzzer. Fergus, boy, just such a difficult matchup when you're knocking down threes at the pace they're knocking them down.
Well, that's a good way to start the second half. Jacob Strand into the double-digit club with 11, and it's 49-23.
Yeah, Strand has really played well. Senior leader, been doing it for a few years here at DGF. It'll be. That's the fourth. That's the fourth on Aiden Leach.
Yeah, I believe it. I forgot to mark down his last one, so it's either his third or fourth. It's his fourth, according to the scoreboard. Fazio, a little strong off the glass there.
Yeah, that's good, solid defense in there by the freshman.
So far, so good for DGF, and another three on the way, and that one rattles in and out. And an offensive board off the loose ball, blocked by Fazio, swatted out of bounds. Should stay with go back to Fergus Falls. (17-12) and counting here. Check that, Aguilar over the timeline. Now he gets it to Ethan Olson. Olsen looking down low, a couple dribbles, feeds it into the hands there, Parker Jacobs. Jacobs fakes left, goes right, into the paint, bounce pass, turnover, back to DGF, I think, or no. They're saying that Owen Leach had a fingertip on that as it was going out of bounds. So it'll be Otters basketball off the inbounds pass off the baseline.
But good patience here by the Otters. 26-point lead. They're in no hurry.
That's Aguilar with the basketball. Fire it into the hands of Parker Jacobs. Work it down low to Fazio. Fazio going to back up his defender, turn towards the hoop, off the glass and in.
That's the way Fergus likes to play. Very patient offensive set. If you guys touch the ball, they get it down low to Fazio, and Fazio didn't. Very patient once he got it on the blocks, didn't hurry and turn and shoot, just backed his defender down, got right underneath the hoop, and there's just no way to stop that.
Strand with the basketball now. A couple passes later, it's in the hands of Colwell. Long three for Leach, off the front of the rim, rattles out. Aguilar with the rebound here for Fergus Falls. 16 minutes to go. Near steal there, but Aguilar dishes it down low for Fazio, and that was a very nice play and possession there for the Otters.
Yeah, Aguilar to Fazio, both those guys juniors.
30-point lead for the Otters. Once again, 35 or higher lead with about 8-9 minutes to go will result in a running clock here in the second half. If the Otters can manage to get up that high, and right now they're very close to that. We'll work it down low for Ethan Olsen. That one's off the mark. Ethan Olsen is a name that I've called before, but not the same person. He had a touchdown pass with the Kindred Vikings about 4 years ago against the Shanley Deacons that won the game at the end of with 2 seconds left on the clock, and I'll remember the name Ethan Olsen for the rest of my lifetime. So
you had some fun with that call, huh?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I could off the top of my head, I could call that call out right now, even though there's basketball happening, and make you think that you're watching a football game. That one's burned into my mind, no doubt about it. Back to action here, 14:41 and counting to go. DGF with the basketball, Jacob Strand. Works it over to Mickelson. Mickelson back over to Strand. Strand gets it to Colwell. Colwell feeds it into the corner for Strand. Strand being guarded there by Norgreen. And that one's turned over. Aguilar in the backcourt here being guarded by Colby Schreiber Jr. for the Rebels. 14:11 and counting to go. They'll get to Ethan Olsen with a little one-handed floater from the baseline off the mark. Rebound comes down to Owen Leach. Strand quickly up court. Schreiber for a three. In and out won't go. Loose ball rebound goes back to Schreiber. They'll kick it up top. Strand, one dribble, was open for a three. Instead, he gives it up and tickles the twine from about 20 feet. Is Ian Mickelson.
Yeah, and his first three-pointer, he's the Rebels' best three-point shooter on the season. I think that might be his first three-point attempt. And he knocks it down.
Going to the line here is Aguilar to shoot two. It'll be his first trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is a kid that's been playing a lot of basketball. Varsity player since his freshman year. And he's well-schooled. He's a well-schooled basketball player. Very polished. Both ends of the floor.
16 points for Aguilar, the first 15 of those from outside the three-point arc. That's the first points he scored from inside the three-point arc in this basketball game. And the Otters have not missed. They are 3 for 3 from the line as a team, make it 4 of 4. 55-26. And a block there by Fazio, and that gives the ball back to the Otters.
Yeah, and Fazio doing a good job keeping the arms straight up. Matt Johnson's done a good job coaching him. He's well schooled. We've seen that a number of times. No need for him to jump at that size. Just go straight up, and he's made it very difficult for the Rebels.
Cody Nogreen with the basket there to make it 57-26 as we crack the egg on the 13-minute mark of the ball game. Leach gets it to number, I couldn't see who that was. Now the other Leach with the three, that's off the mark. They'll kick it back out here for Owen Leach. And now Aiden Leach dribbles in. Sorry folks, I had the hiccups there. Dribbles in, draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Two on DGF, the first one of the half here for the Fergus Falls Otters. Stops the clock with 12:38 to go. The free throw's up and no good.
Otters done a good job defending Aiden Leach. DGF's leading scorer. He can do it a number of ways, shoot the three, get to the basket, but just has not had the opportunity against this Otter defense. They've been stifling.
Back to a 30-point game there as Leach will knock down the second of two free throws. 30 points, 57-27, 12 and a half to go. With the ball is Aho. Now Aguilar at the top of the key. Gets it to Kotshavar. Now Aho. Back to Norgreen, back to Aho. And just a bunch of quick passing, looking for a decent opportunity, and a block there by Leach. Owen Leach with the block, but the Otters get the ball right back, put it up and in.
Yeah, again, that's just really a good possession for Fergus Falls, and everyone has a chance to touch the basketball, get everybody involved, and then you get a shot right under the basket. I mean, that's just devastating for a defensive team. You exert that type of energy defending, and then a team works the ball around like that. Nice pass to get the ball underneath, and they get an easy basket. But Fergus has been doing it all night.
That last basket by Norgreen put him into the double-digit club with 10, and at the free throw line is Owen Leach making the free throw.
This kid just a freshman, and he has had a heck of a year. I know opponents in the Heart Lakes Conference do not want to see this guy for the next 3 years. He's going to be something. He's going to develop. He's going to get bigger, and he'll be a player that will be difficult to stop in the Heart Lakes Conference for the next 3 years.
A little bit of pressure in the backcourt there by the Rebels on that full court press, but no problem this time around for the Otters on this trip down the floor.
And again, Aiden Leach has to be careful. He's got 4 fouls.
And that ball will go back to the Rebels. Stops the clock with 11:33 to go here in the second half. Three team fouls on the Fergus Falls Otters. 2 for the Rebels as Leach gets it, picks up his dribble, and a whistle. I missed the call. I looked down for a split second. Is there a foul? Yep, that appears to be the case. Or maybe not. Looked like the official was going to give it's like a substitution timeout apparently.
I wonder if there wasn't just a timeout called. You get the substitution in and then just.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking it was.
Well, everyone will get a chance to play tonight. It'll be interesting to see how long Matt Johnson stays with his starters. He's got a couple of his starters on the floor yet. Now Matt Johnson will call a timeout.
All right, well, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nilson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nilson Auto Center, driven by you.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
All right, welcome back. 10:50 and counting to go here. Some new faces on the court here for DGF. That's a hole for a 3. No, it's off the mark. And a whistle will stop the clock with 10:42 to go here in the second half of play. Fourth team foul on the Fergus Falls Otters. Strand gets it to Leach on the far wing. Leach surveying, bounce pass back to Strand up top in between the rings. Long 3. Front of the rim won't go. Rebound there that is Mason Kerr, a sophomore. Number 4, and Aiden Leach draws the foul and go to the line to shoot. That is team foul number 5.
Norgren with the foul, but I thought that was a pretty good defense straight up, but Leach made it difficult on the official by creating the contact there.
And he'll rattle both of them in. Makes it a 59-31 point game. Aiden Leach, 3 of 4 from the line. The Rebels 7 of 8 overall from the free throw line in the basketball game so far. Drive to the hoop, won't drop, but goes to the line to shoot a couple. Third team foul on the Rebels.
Elliot Pribenow, just a freshman. Like the approach. To come out and defend you like that, over aggressive, takes it strong to the basket, draws the foul.
And that is Elliot, how'd you say it, Pribenow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I mentioned it earlier, we're seeing some really good young players. We've seen some good freshmen, some good sophomores. This is going to be a section that's going to be very competitive for the next few years.
Add one more to the scoreboard there, 60-31, 10:04 to go, and another foul. This one going on the Rebels as well, and it's the first on Justin Wang, a junior for Dilworth Glyndon Felton, and Fazio at the free throw line connects and buries it.
Boy, he is a brute. And I'm already starting to visualize that matchup on Friday night in that section championship. Diggins and Fazio. There's going to be a number of good matchups in that one. 30-point game here, under 10 to play.
Strand for a 3 off the mark. Fazio with the rebound. 9:50 and counting, and Aguilar, I think that's Aguilar anyway, brings it up, so yep, it was, over the timeline. A couple passes later, Aguilar gets it back from Aho. Cross-court pass, open for 3, didn't pull the trigger here, and Fergus Falls just trying to chew up some clock here, and well, you said in the first half that they were on pace for 100. I don't think it's going to happen now. There's a steal, and back the other way, Aiden Leach lays it in.
Yeah, I like to see the kids play hard. Aiden Leach, he's had a great career at DGF. You know he's going to play hard to the final buzzer regardless of what the score is.
And a turnover, the ball goes back to DGF. 9 minutes to go here. That is the third personal on Dominic Aguilar, who had 15 points in the first half and only 2 points so far here in half number 2 for a game total of 17. And that one got kicked, no call on it. At least I think it got kicked. The official was blocking my vision. Top of the key 3 from Strand is up and in. Jacob Strand with 14 now. Nice pass down to Fazio, and that one's up and in.
Yep, Fazio with the easy basket, but it was Aguilar who created there. The dribble drive and then the nice pass to the big guy. You know, the big guy's got soft hands too, good hands in there too.
Yeah. Well, approaching the 8-minute mark here of the second half, and barring a big turnaround here, it looks to be Fergus Falls and Perham in the Section 8 AA Championship game tomorrow. We will not have that game here on Magnitude. It will be broadcasted on WDAY TV, and that is the primary reason we will not have that game on here, because WDAY TV has the exclusive rights to that. We have the exclusive rights to all the games up to that game. We're looking to maybe change that for next year. We've talked about it already with the folks who make those decisions. So we'd like to bring you the entire tournament if at all possible. But this year, we have to follow the rules. So that means tomorrow we're going to be down in Wahpeton. That's about a 2-minute drive from your where you live at right now, right?
My stomping grounds. Yeah, you know, in 2 of the great tournament venues. You know, I've mentioned it earlier. I have so many fond memories over the decades of basketball here in this arena, Memorial Auditorium. I think this is the greatest tournament venue in Minnesota. Then you go down to the Stern Athletic Complex on the campus of the North Dakota State College of Science. That's the same thing. That's a great basketball atmosphere for North Dakota Class B basketball, and that should be a fun one. We got Richland and Central Cass tomorrow on the Magnitude Sports Network, and that should be another fun one.
Tip-off for that game will be 7:45 p.m. We expect to be on the air somewhere around 7:15. We'll have to see when that third-place game finishes up. We will not have the third-place game. We will only have the championship game for you here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And we want to thank all the sponsors who helped made tomorrow's game possible, too, here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And thank all the sponsors from East Grand Forks and Fergus Falls, and even some other area sponsors who made today's coverage of these two semifinal games possible. And we certainly appreciate the support.
Yeah, and of course, they don't play the third place games here on the Minnesota side, and I like that. I like the focus on just the championship game, but North Dakota's been doing that for a long, long time. They play the third place game in those regional games, and it takes a little bit of intensity out, knowing that that's going to be the last game of those players' career. It takes a little bit of excitement out of it. I don't like those third place games. I wish North Dakota would get away from that.
Want to say hi to Jeff. Thanks for the comments there on our Facebook page. We certainly appreciate that. We actually pride ourselves on getting the names right, and we did not have an opportunity to get to Fergus Falls, so we do apologize for that. But 99 out of 100 games, we do exactly what you suggested that we should do. So, (65-38). High post there, that is Aiden Leach. Ball nearly poked away, but recovered there by the younger brother, Owen Leach. Now Strand has it, works into Aiden Leach, into the paint, working up against Fazio, trying. That's a tough thing to do, but he gave it all his best effort there, and he at least draws a foul and goes to the line to shoot a couple. See a couple Fergus Falls fans here circling their hands, suggesting they wanted a traveling call on that. I didn't see it. I don't know if you saw it, Raleigh, but I didn't see it traveling there, and I think the ref made the right call there on that play. It was indeed a foul on Fergus Falls.
See, I wouldn't think Aguilar will be on the floor much longer. Fazio, another one I would expect won't be playing much more than another minute or two.
Once again, DGF hitting some shots here, and as a result, they we still have a clock that starts and stops. We need at least a 35-point lead to get that running clock, and it would be in effect right now if they could get that lead.
Yeah, and give DGF a lot of credit. They've continued to work hard.
Just under 6 minutes to go as Fazio puts in another one.
I tell you what, I'm really impressed with Fazio's hands. He's a brute, but I mean, he's had some difficult passes to handle, passes down around his knees that he's been able to go down and get, and then passes up high that, I mean, for a guy his size, he's got good soft hands. He's had some difficult passes to handle, and he's done a good job doing that. 5:34
and counting to go here in the second half.
Boy, and he's had quiet points. You look up, he didn't have anything in the first 10 minutes of the game. You look up, he's got 21 now. And a nice pass there by the big guy.
Ethan Olson with 5 points on the evening. 69-38, 5:13 and counting to go. That is Colwell. That one's off the mark, won't go. And another rebound here for Fergus Falls, and a whistle. Stop the clock with 5:04 to go. Second half. And we'll see some new faces on the floor here for Fergus Falls. Probably some for, maybe some for DGF as well. We'll see when we come back after this timeout here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Get a great deal on a new luxury vehicle at Nilsson Auto Center. Right now, save $13,000 on a 2019 Lincoln Navigator, or save $11,000 on a stylish 2019 Lincoln Continental. Take advantage of big savings now at Nilsson Auto Center.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
All right, welcome back. A little over 5 minutes to go. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by OSPTI out of Fergus Falls, along with all the other sponsors that you've heard about in today's broadcast. And a quick stoppage in play here. We'll get used to these new players on the floor for these two teams here as soon as possible. Corner three, and he got fouled on that three. He'll go to the line to shoot three.
Well, DGF, I know a tough end to the season against a very good Fergus team, but I tell you what, they've got a lot of things to look forward to at DGF over the next few years. Mentioned Owen Leach. Ian Mickelson, another guy that will be back next year. He's a fantastic three-point shooter. And we have a big junior class. They've got good numbers at DGF, so this is going to be a team that's going to be very competitive here in Section 8 here for the next few years.
30-point lead, 69-39. Work it up to Cody Norgreen. Norgreen to Parker Jacobs. Back to Norgreen. And out of bounds, back to DGF.
Yeah, DGF continues to work hard. I like the way Mike Clark coaches. His kids always play hard. He obviously told the kids, let's not go out and foul. Let's just, I think he understands, this game has already been decided. Let's just go out and work hard, without fouling. And they forced the turnover there. And
Caden Conklin checking in, as is, I don't have number 31 on my roster. Let's see here. Can you look that one up for me, Raleigh? Number 31 for Fergus Falls. Jack Vogel. A little early on that 10-second chant there with 4 minutes and counting to go here. And number 55 is Jack Culbertson. And that'll stop the clock with 4:16 to go here in the second half.
That was Justin Wang, I think, there that stepped in and took that charge. Down by 28, but still playing hard.
Nice move to the basket there by Aiden Leach.
Aiden continues to play hard. Now DGF forces the turnover to get to the basket and one. The Rebels going to play hard to the final buzzer.
That was a quick 4 points, possibly 5 coming up here for the Rebels.
Yeah, I just love that when the kids continue to play hard. It'd be easy to just throw it in and say, get this thing over with. But I appreciate that as a basketball fans. Especially come tournament time. This is the final game for for a guy like Aiden Leach. Out of respect to him, you just want to play hard down the stretch because he's giving it his all. He's still out on the floor. He's played quite a while here with those 4 fouls, able to stay on the floor. And DGF forces another turnover.
As you notice, they put all their starters back in after that quick 4 points there by DGF. Not sure if that was a cause of concern or if that was just a quick here, get a couple minutes of exposure, and I'm going to take you out right away. So Aho and as well as Culbertson are going to check back in here for Fergus Falls. That'll bring Fazio out, and it'll also bring Cody Norgreen out and Ethan Olsen out, and I didn't see the third one who checked in for Fergus Falls. But we had 3 check in. We know that much for sure. So a little over 3:40 to go here. Nice move to the basket and a spin around for Aiden Leach.
But really starting to see, Fergus did a good job clamping down on him early, but you're really starting to see the type of basketball that Aiden Leach is right now. And that was in traffic.
Yeah.
Tough shot off the glass.
69-47. Still a 22-point game here, but like you said, DGF playing to the end. They're getting some points as a result of that.
Another kid that's playing his final game of his career. It's been a good career at DGF, Drew Colwell. That's always tough, you know.
Yep.
It's when you're putting on the jersey for the last time. I mean, that's a very difficult time.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids have created a lot of memories during their basketball years, and when you know it's over, that's very difficult.
Drew Colwell. Oh, no, wait, check that. Kobe Schreiber with the basket.
Yeah, and Fergus will put these. Fergus is going to go right back to their bench. Matt Johnson not taking any chances. Still an 18-point lead, but if you saw the game 1 tonight, how quickly East Grand Forks erased a 17-point deficit. Matt Johnson not taking any chances. Going to get his starters back on the floor, at least for the next couple of minutes.
Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
OSPTI in Fergus Falls is the therapy clinic of choice, with a specialized staff working together as a team to offer the best treatment options possible. There's no reason to live with aches and pains that affect daily activities. If prior treatments of any kind have not worked, call OSPTI and set up an evaluation to find the right route of treatment for you. OSPTI, a proud supporter of high school athletics, 322 North Tower Road, Fergus Falls.
All right, welcome back. Inbounds pass comes into Cody Norgreen. And a full court press there by the Rebels. They'll get it to a hole on that far side. Gets around Jacob Strand. And another turnover. Aiden Leach gets the interception on the pass there. And Leach stops mid-block, pop it out. 3 on the way, in and out, won't go. Battle for the rebound. Strand had it momentarily. And that foul's going against Fergus Falls. I didn't have to tell you that. You just had to listen to the crowd reaction.
Boy, the fans have some life here with 3 minutes to play.
That is the 10th team foul, so every foul on the Otters will result in 2, from here on out will result in 2 shots for the Rebels with just under 3 minutes to go here in the second half. Inbounds pass from the baseline. Remember, next foul is 2 shots. Thought about the 3, now tries to work it in. Check that Colwell. Gets it back to Aiden Leach. A couple passes later, far side, that is Ian Nash into the lineup, number 30 for the Rebels. Now Colwell with the basketball. And Aiden Leach trying to drive in through defenders, draws the foul.
And again, we've seen Leach do that a number of times.
Yeah.
You say what you want. I don't like that call, but Leach makes it very difficult for the official by creating the contact. Fazio looked like he was straight up there, but when you create contact, you always give yourself a chance of getting that call.
Aiden Leach scores another one. And another one.
This was a 33-point game here in the second half.
Now it's down to 16.
So the Rebels showing some scrap. The running Rebels.
Cody Norgreen, 71-53. If DGF comes back and closes the gap here, Nash, those 3 a little bit too strong there.
Yeah, when Norgreen hit that shot, I looked over at Matt Johnson. He took a deep breath. I think he was like, okay, now I feel a little bit better. Yeah, the Rebels, give them credit for continuing to scrap. I love that.
Inbounds pass for the Otters off the baseline here. Full court pressure by the Rebels. Make that inbounds pass difficult. Intercepted. Aiden Leach right there for the basket. Minute 51 and counting. Rebels not fouling yet here. You have to wonder if they want to think about it. And that, if there was any chance for a comeback, that basket there by Ethan Olson was more than likely the dagger right there, as Fergus Falls goes up 73-55, increasing that lead back to 18. But DGF sure made some people scratch some heads there for a moment. Long three, if that goes in, imagine how that student section would erupt. But that one a little bit too strong. And a foul here will stop the clock with 1:13 to go in the second half. We'll march down to the other end for free throws. There we go.
Yeah, that's going to do it. And I like that what Mike Clark is doing here. He's going to take his senior out of the game and give the fans a chance to show their appreciation. Aiden Leach playing in his final game of his career and getting a nice ovation from the fans here. And I think the Fergus fans understand what's going on too and see them giving him a nice hand as well. So doing the same thing for his other senior on the floor here, Drew Colwell. Really a nice moment. Mike Clark sharing some words with his senior. Like I said, that's an emotional time when you know that, when you come to the realization that this is it. This is my final. You know, a lot of these kids aren't going to play at the next level. This is the final time that I might play organized basketball.
And an over and back call will be the call.
And now Jacob Strand. He'll get his moment with Coach Mike Clark. And not just an emotional time for the players, but for the coach too, who spent so much time with them over the years.
Nash will pick up the loose ball right in front of the midcourt stripe. 45 seconds to go, long three, and man, just takes a step in. That's nothing but net, you know.
Fans would love to have seen that one go down. Little smile on Nash's face as he walks to the other end.
Nice chant there from the DGF student section. If you can't hear it, they're saying thank you, seniors.
Yeah, good group. Good group of seniors on that DGF roster, but again, a number of very talented underclassmen. Another one of the seniors, Ian Nash, not a starter.
Logan Bitker, number 33, checking in for the first time today for DGF.
You know, and those are moments that those kids will remember. You know, the embrace with the coach, the end of the game. And Mike Clark, really a classy guy.
That one's off the mark. You get this feeling that if there was at least one more possession, they would bury that next three-point attempt. But that'll be your final score. 75-55 in favor of the Fergus Falls Otters. We'll take a timeout, add up some numbers, come back with your post-game show here in a moment. OSBTI out of Fergus Falls, Frontier Marine Power Sports out of Fergus Falls, Nelson Auto Center out of Fergus Falls, and Giant Sunflower Seeds, a proud supporter of Section 8A basketball. Thank you so much for making this broadcast possible here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Well, we're going to take a break, add up some numbers, post-game show coming up, then we'll wrap it up here from Concordia College here in the Magnitude Sports Media Network in a couple more minutes. Be right back.
Save big on 3 of America's favorite truck brands at Nilson Auto Center. Choose from a great selection: Ram, GMC Sierra, and Ford F-150s. And lease for as little as $269 a month. Save now at Nilson Auto Center, driven by you.
What's not fun? That time of year. What is fun? This time of year. The open water is calling.
Hi, Lee at Frontier Marine and Power Sports in Fergus Falls. Frontier Marine is your local Bennington dealer for the lakes area. We'll not only sell you your pontoon, but we'll service it for you, we'll winterize it, and we'll deliver it back in the spring.
Frontier Marine and Power Sports, the fun starts here.
OSPTI in Fergus Falls is the therapy clinic of choice with a specialized staff working together as a team to offer the best treatment options possible. There's no reason to live with aches and pains that affect daily activities. If prior treatments of any kind have not worked, call OSPTI and set up an evaluation to find the right route of treatment for you. OSPTI, a proud supporter of high school athletics, 322 North Tower Road, Fergus Falls. Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews. Giants Snacks, a proud sponsor of Section 8 AA basketball. Giants, go big or go home.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Get a great deal on a new luxury vehicle at Nilson Auto Center. Right now, save $13,000 on a 2019 Lincoln Navigator, or save $11,000 on a stylish 2019 Lincoln Continental. Take advantage of big savings now at Nilson Auto Center.
All right, welcome back. Post-game show here. Mike Mason alongside Raleigh Lip. Want to take a few minutes to thank a few of the people, not a few minutes, a few seconds, to thank a few of the people watching on Facebook right now at facebook.com/msportsnet live, including Jessica, Vicky, Brian, Bubba, and Paula. Say, go Otters. Ben Shaw, thanks for the stream. Love being able to watch the game from St. Paul, Minnesota. Penny saying, great job, Otters. Jana Johnson, David Stans, and David says, congrats on the win, Otters. And Larry and Joe, Larry Sundberg, and a good friend of ours, Joe Schreiner.
Joe, Smoking Joe. He's Smoking Joe. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Oh, and now Trisha Rux. Of course, she's the mother of Abby Rux for the Holly Nuggets. Thanks for watching, Trisha. We certainly appreciate that. First game, very exciting. This one, by the first half, we kind of knew where this one was going. Would you say that's correct?
Difficult to come back after a start like that. Fergus knocks down their first 7 3-pointers.
Yeah.
It happened really quick. It was a 15-point game in a matter of just a few minutes. And when you get down on a team like Fergus by as many as 15, it makes it very difficult. But credit DGF. We said it well before this game is over. You know they're going to play to the final buzzer, and that's exactly what they did. They had a great season. They end 22-7. what a matchup! What a matchup on Friday night.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be a little different story. Perham matches up a little bit better with Fergus Falls. What a matchup that's going to be.
Yeah.
Fazio and Diggins inside. And Perham can really defend. We saw DGF start in that zone. They really tried to pack it in, stop the ball from going inside to Fazio. Again, Diggins might be able to keep Fazio off the blocks. Perham's always been a great defender of the perimeter. They'll play man-to-man, strictly man-to-man, I think. That's generally what Dave Cressup does. He's a man-to-man type of dude. I think that's going to be a fantastic championship game. Again,
Yeah.
Fergus now what? They are
25-4 on
25
the
and 4,
season. Yeah.
and again they play. They won their conference in Class 3A. Perham hasn't lost yet.
Yeah.
They're unbeaten. Second time that they've gotten to this point in the last 3 years. Second time that they've gotten to this point undefeated. Again, they have
Nice.
more wins than any other team in the state of Minnesota over the last decade. What a matchup! What a matchup that's going to be. If you like basketball, and I don't care if you're a fan of Perham, a fan of Fergus Falls, or not. If you like good basketball in a great atmosphere, I would recommend you be here on Friday night.
And if you can't be here, you can catch that game on WDAY. We are not affiliated with them, but we're just kind enough to let you know where you can watch that game.
Yeah,
because,
if you can't make it,
but
I would
by all
recommend
means,
tuning
come
that
here
in.
if you can. As you can see, there's a lot of available seats right behind us right now.
Yeah, well, this place, they will be hanging from the rafters. Championship
Yeah.
night at Concordia College with so much at stake. There's nothing better. It's like I said, if you're a basketball fan, I'm a junkie when it comes to that. When it comes to this type of atmosphere, and I just think this arena really captures everything that tournament play is all about.
We'll look at the final numbers. We'll let you look at the final score one more time there, 75-55. Chance Fazio got his first basket about 8 minutes into the ball game.
Hardly touched the ball
for
the first 8-9 minutes of the game.
He ended the night as the leading scorer with 21. Dominic Aguilar was the second leading scorer with 17. He had 15 of those 17 in the first half. In the first 8 minutes or so, 5 3-pointers. He went 5 for 5 before he missed his first three-pointer. And in the game, they had, matter of fact, Fergus Falls did not have a three-pointer at all in the second half. All those three-pointers came in the first. They had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 three-pointers. So they didn't quite break the record, but I think that puts them in second or third place. Not that matters right now, but it's always something I like to keep track of. Over on the flips, we'll finish off the individual scoring. So Fazio with 21, 17 for Aguilar, and then 7 for Ethan Olson, 3 for Parker Jacobs, 1 for Elliot Pribenow, 12 for Cody Norgreen, 8 for Brock Kashavar, and 21 for Fazio. Over on the flip side there for Dilworth, Glyndon, Felton, they were led by Aiden Leach with 18. He only had 5 of those 18 in the first half. The other 13 came in the second half. Most of those 13 from the free throw line. He only missed 1 free throw in the game. He was 2, 4, 6. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line in this contest here. Other scorers include Drew Colwell with 3, Ian Mickelson with 6, Owen Leach with 5, Jacob Strand at 14, and 2 for Colby Schreiber for the Dilworth Glyndon Felton Rebels. So the Rebels season comes to an end, 23 wins and 6 losses, and your championship tomorrow night will be between the 25-4 Fergus Falls Otters and the 28-0 Perham Yellow Jackets.
Friday night. That
one.
game will be Friday night. Yeah.
Friday night on WDAY. Here on Magnitude on Friday night, we'll have the North Dakota Class B Region 1 Championship
Tomorrow
game.
night.
Tomorrow night, excuse me, my bad. Tomorrow night. And that is between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Richland Colts. That should be a good one. Earlier in the season, Central Cass got up 17 early in that game. Richland cruised back. They won by 1 point in that regular season match, the Richland Colts did.
It should be a good one.
Central Cass had a chance at a buzzer beater from about half court, but they banked it off the glass and would fall short by 1 point. So we should be in for a good matchup. I would not be a bit surprised if the lower-seeded Central Cass Squirrels upset the Richland Colts. Richland Colts looking to defend their Region 1 title and return to state 2 times out of the last 3, Central Cass looking to go to the state tournament for the first time since 2012. I think for Richland it's 3 out of 4. We'll have to double check that. We'll let you know during the pregame show tomorrow here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Well, time to select a player of the game. And, do you look at the quick start or do you look at the finish? I think we both agree that we can narrow this down to 2 players. Either Dominic Aguilar with a quick start to get the comfortable lead built up for the Fergus Falls Otters, or for Chance Fazio, who continued to work the ball down low, get those baskets in off the glass, and keep Fergus Falls in front. I'm leaning one way. Which way are you leaning right now?
Well, why do you put me on the spot like that? I hate this player of the game because there's so many guys you could give it to. Fazio is spectacular, but come on, Aguilar knocked. I mean, he got the Otters off to the great start. He's the quarterback. He was good throughout both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. How about we give co-players of the game?
I was honestly thinking that just 2 seconds ago.
They were fantastic. Yeah. It's so hard to pick a player of the game.
Yeah.
And again, Fergus is just they're like Perham. They're team.
Yep.
No personal agendas on either one of those teams. That's what's going to make for such a great matchup. So yeah, I think we should. I think we can go co-players of the game.
Yeah, we sure can.
Let's do it.
Let's do Dominic Aguilar and Chance Fazio. The 2 combined for 38 points in this game of the team 75.
I'm going to make a prediction here. Okay. Championship night, and it's going to be a fantastic one. 2 teams that play very similar. They like the slower paced game. They like everyone touching the ball. Great matchup inside, and just the names of the guys inside. Fazio versus Diggins inside. Chance Fazio and Finn Diggins. I mean, that should be a great matchup.
You mentioned in the earlier broadcast that's probably the coolest name in the tournament.
I think so. 65 points Perham scores tonight, 75 for Fergus Falls. I think the winner scores 50.
70.
I think the winner, if the team that scores 50 points, I have a feeling will win that game on Friday night. I think that's the type of game it's going to be, and it's going to be a game that's going to go down to the wire. 2 great teams, 2 great coaches, 2 great programs, and 2 fantastic fan bases.
Yeah.
This place is going to be a madhouse, baby, on Friday night, and I recommend you be here, folks.
All right, well, hey, thanks for joining us today. We certainly appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow from the Blickery Activity Center on the campus of the North Dakota State College of Science, from the Gary Rogers press box way up high. Needed binoculars to see the players on the court from up there, but that's what we got these high-definition cameras for, right? We can zoom in and find out without the binoculars.
We'll have some fun tomorrow night.
No, it should be a good one. Once again, Central Cass, the Richland Colts, Region 1 Championship. Winner goes to the North Dakota State B in Bismarck. We have that game for you tomorrow night, 7:45 p.m. tip-off with an approximately 7:15, 7:20 pregame show right here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Until then, for Raleigh Lip, I'm Mike Mason. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Talk to you later.